in the face of his growing popularity among the people, the establishment press is basically reacting by smearing Bernie Sanders just like they did during the primary. Now again, Bernie Sanders, incredibly popular, over, what, 57, 61% at a Fox News poll, think that, you know, have an approval rating of Bernie Sanders. That is incredibly high. That is the highest of all politicians. So the establishment press looks at this, and the establishment candidates look at this, and they're like, God damn, how do we sink this guy? I know, we're going to do the same things now that we did back during the primary. We'll see if that works. Well, we've got some proof for you. We'll see how that works indeed. Now, one of the attacks is the Bernie bro narrative. Now, opponents of Bernie Sanders, of course, claimed incorrectly that Bernie Sanders only does well, or only did well with angry white dudes in their mid-20s. And, of course, they use that because, oh, look at the misogyny. He's a misogynist, you know, racist, whatever. Okay, well, it's funny because the type of people, and I'm not saying I'm sexist or misogynist or anything like that, or racist or anything, but generally what they're talking about is people like me. I am older than my mid-20s, obviously, but I am white and male. Now, I'm also angry. If you have noticed, I'm kind of angry at what's going on in America. I think we can do better. I think progressive policies are the solution. And moving towards progressive policies are the solution to a lot of our nation's problems. But it turns out, white angry men like me were a minority of Bernie Sanders support. I love this. Let me explain. Now, there's a new survey out there conducted by Harvard University and the Harris poll. Now, this poll systematically destroys the Bernie bro narrative with actual facts and hard numbers. According to the survey results, which were conducted among 2,027 registered voters between April 14th and April 17th, 2017. According to this poll, Sanders is actually more popular among women, African Americans, Hispanics, and Asian Americans than white people, and specifically white men. Oops. Let me show you the results of this. I think you'll love this. Look at that, man. The poll shows 55% of men and 52% of whites approve of Bernie Sanders. That's actually on the low spectrum. Sanders is approved. Look at that. 73% of African Americans approve of Bernie Sanders, 68% of Hispanics, 62% of Asian Americans, and 58% of women. So, wait a minute. What happened? All Bernie Sanders supporters are just white men? No, that's actually the minority. Is the complete opposite. It turns out more minorities and women support Sanders than anyone else. And get this. You see that at the bottom? 80% of Democrats approve of Bernie Sanders. 80%. Now, the establishment, they looked at that and they hate it. They seethe. How dare Bernie Sanders be liked by 80% of Democratic voters? How dare he? He's not even on our team. He's not part of our team. He's not one of us. No, no, no. What team is that? What team is that? Team establishment. That's what it is. Team corporations. That's what that is. Establishment Democrats, they look at that and go, how dare you? How dare you? Why don't you like our establishment candidates? Why you gotta like somebody who is an independent? He's not one of us. He's not a Democrat. He's not a Democrat. Now do you understand why there's been a sudden flurry of anti-Bernie Sanders articles out in different outlets, Slate, The Washington Post, and elsewhere? It's because of polls like this. Because of polls that find Bernie Sanders with a 57% approval rating, or 61% if you're Fox News approval rating, making him the most popular politician in America. They cannot stand that. That offends their establishment sensibilities. I do declare. Why are centrist policies and corporate policies, why are they not popular with the American people? How dare they? They must be all angry white men. They must all be Trump supporters. No, that's wrong. Again, 58% of women are supporting, approve of Bernie Sanders. 73% of African Americans. Come on, man. Come on. Look, it's funny because they've got to find a way to destroy him. And they use articles and they do pejoratives like Bernie bro to try to do that. And look, you've got older establishment Democrats who never supported Sanders to begin with, who are always on Team Hillary, Team Establishment. Well, they'll look at all these articles and they'll feel all smug because all while, you know, they'll feel all smug all while the party continues to lose on different policy grounds and continues to lose more and more elections. But see, young people, women of color, people of color, they're not buying this, okay? Because look, number one, this isn't just about Bernie Sanders, it's about policy. Turns out progressive policy is actually incredibly popular. Okay, people support progressive policies. They're sick and tired of corporations crushing us while not paying their fair share of taxes. They're tired of the health insurance companies and Wall Street ripping us off. Now, Sanders said it right when the business practices of Wall Street is fraud, greed. American people, they know that. They know when they're getting a raw deal. And we have been getting a raw deal for a long, long time. I mean, there's something you can say about the productivity of the American worker continuing to just be at record levels when pay over the last 20, 30 years has been stagnant and more income continues to be collected by the top, or going over the top. And regular people are being left behind. Well, people are tired of that. They see the injustice, and they look and they see the Democrats and they see the Republicans. They see both of those parties. They see the establishment, and they say, we're done. No more. We are not in favor of this. And look, they're also tired of establishment hacks telling us, no, we cannot do those progressive policies that will actually fix the problem, because then that gets in the way of the profit of our donors. And the Bernie bro narrative is this, right? It's just like all the other narratives about Sanders that came out against him in the campaign. They're nothing more than easily disprovable lies and slander. Bullshit. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.